Alright, here we go, guys. Tequila battle. It was going to be the three-part battle, but Jose Cuervo, you're on notice. What a crazy find. I'm going to have to not even talk about it in this video. We're going to just talk about the thing I wanted to talk about, which was delicious tequila flavors, and not about the crazy, unexpected thing I found in the Jose Cuervo. Totally. I mean, come on. I mean, it's food safe. It can be there, but to not tell anybody? Jose Cuervo. Come on. So we'll address that in another video. But in this video, we are just going to be comparing the differences between the flavors of the really high-end 1942 Don Julio and the low-end plastic little bottle of Cazadores. I know I say it wrong the entire video. But anyways, enjoy. The majority of this was filmed on the Twitch channel, live stream data analysis on the Twitch channel, Mr. Mass Spec. Mr. Mass Spec on Twitch. We'll get right into this tequila battle. There's a caveat here. Every now and again, you find something that you really did not expect to find. You know? Not like a public health concern, but concerning for sure. The Jose Cuervo contains something in it so shocking. Again, not harmful, not safe for food, but not listed as an ingredient, and I think it's going to like potentially crumble the Jose Cuervo empire. And so we are not going to discuss the Jose Cuervo today. We're going to save that, and we're just going to do the 1942 Don Julio versus the Cazadores. All I did was dilute these out, directly, diluted them out directly. Into clean water, and you can see I'm starting on my phenylhexyl column. A lot of people have been running this column, and it is starting to get really dirty. Like, we definitely potentially need a new phenylhexyl column. You can see in the 1942 we have lots of extra peaks, specifically in this region right here. We're trying to see and find things that are going up in the, higher in the 1942, which attributes to some of its more delicious flavors and higher end, the higher end tequila. Alright, so we got the 209, that is in there, in the 193, but then we have this one in 183 that's only in the 1942, and is almost not in this one at all. So we're going to look up these three, and we're going to go ahead and use HMDB. So we're going to do, and we have syringaldehyde. So syringaldehyde is definitely a flavor. I'm liking syringaldehyde. It is a phenol with a sweet balsamic floral odor. That's syringaldehyde. And then we have synapaldehyde in 209. So it makes sense that a bunch of aldehydes are coming off all at the same time. So synapaldehyde, it is susceptible to extraction from cork stoppers. Synapaldehyde has a smoky profile. Okay. So I think it is a derivative of 3,4-dimethoxybenzaldehyde, veretraldehyde, and it is a sweet caramel cherry flavor. Alright, so here we go. We got some stuff. I'm thinking it's going to be the 361 mass, and the 383 mass is it's sodiated, right? You can see that logic there because there's a 22 mass shift. So 361 is my guess as being the real, and it could be this phytic acetate. That's really would make sense. That's probably it. I'm just gonna say that's it. Phytical usually means like plant, I think, but this has got a smell and a flavor. Has a waxy type and nutty type flavor. Cool. It's a flavors and fragrancing ingredient. It's offering a pleasant aroma. Let's search flavor with it too. Flavor is commonly used in fragrances and flavor industry. Pleasant, green, herbaceous, waxy, fruity, balsamic. So we should see if we can test all these notes. We're gonna have, we're gonna taste this 1942. To summarize, the first thing I found, and here's the full screen, and this is the area that we've really been focused on. And you can see that I have a really dirty blank, so we had to be very careful not to include any of the blank peaks that we had in here. However, the first cluster we were messing with was this 183, 193 249, 209 kind of cluster here. That's definitely not in the blank. It is definitely elevated in the Don Julio 1942. And we were finding syringaldehyde is a sweet, balsamic, floral, slightly green aroma with a woody, spicy. I mean, that sounds like good tequila right there. I mean, just got that sound to it, you know? All right, so we got that one. Then we have another aldehyde. We had synapaldehyde, which imposed a smoky flavor, a whiskey wood smoked kind of flavor. Again, I bet you that's in there. We're going to taste this stuff, though. Scoplatin, which I found in high-end whiskeys. And then another aldehyde, the veritraldehyde, and then a bunch of derivatives of this veritraldehyde has a woody vanilla-like flavor. So it's basically methylated vanillin, right? And I am seeing what I think are oak barrel influence from the scoplatin. This is what the aging process. I was like, maybe we can find some data on this with scoplatin and wood barrel aging, right? So like that was the scoplatin is a compound found in oak wood and is transferred in distilled liquors in aged barrels. So this was when I was looking at this is why I've been trying to get Pappy Van Winkle to send me the 23-year-old $50,000 bottle of whiskey that they make, because in the 10-year-old and the 12-year-old I found scoplatin and the scoplatin was going up. And so I'm like, wow, that's definitely imparted from the barrel aging process. And so I do think the barrel aging in the Don Julio 1942 is increasing the amount of scoplatin. So that is the molecule that I would attribute to the barrel aging process. And then finally, the last increased flavor, and this is again way higher in the 1942, is phytyl acetate. Now, phytyl is, I think, the word you use for plants. And it has a waxy type odor and a nutty type flavor. It's like a subtle nutty flavor, which is kind of cool. A really good data set, to tell you the truth. Like, I'm really, I mean, this is as good as you can get right here, guys. This is as good as you can get. And so I think the only thing left to do now is taste these things. Oh, that is definitely the Don Julio. Cheers. Oh, that is so smooth. Don Julio's worth the money. 1942, that's so smooth. And then if we're... All right, so we're gonna taste the Don Julio for the second time. But in our minds, we want to keep in mind all these flavors. So it is syringaldehyde, sweet, balsamic, floral, slightly green. Synapaldehyde, woody, smoked flavor. Scoplatin, which is just from the aging process. Vitraldehyde, which is kind of a vanilla, but also woody. And then phytyl acetate, which is a waxy, fruity balsamic. Again, lots of balsamic. Okay, last time here, last taste. Really is a sweet balsamic. That's gonna be my description. It's very good. The flavor, a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Sugar concentration higher in Don. Okay, very good question. Let's zoom out. Let's go down to the bottom. I did not divert waste. Okay? And down at the bottom here is where sugars would elute, because they're just not sticking it all to the column. They're coming straight out. Okay? And so you can see positive most sugars pick up a sodium addict. So 365, when you're talking about sugar, most people are saying sucrose. Sucrose and its isomers, maltose and all the other ones that are related to it, at 365, which is the 342 mass plus of sodium. And we're going to do an EIC, so Cazadores versus the Don Julio. Which one has more sugar? And the answer is Don Julio. Don Julio seems to have almost twice as much sugar. To me, it looks like the Don Julio does have more sugar. That's the tequila battle, guys. And again, boy, I really wanted to have Jose Cuervo in this battle, but boy, did I find something real sus, as the kids would say, in Jose Cuervo. And it's going to be this video all by itself. So Jose Cuervo coming soon all by itself. I can't even show you the data. It's crazy. Again, not toxic to people, not something that's not food safe, just so ridiculous that I gotta like think about how I'm gonna present this data. Sometimes you find something you're like, whoa. And that's what happened with Jose Cuervo. So anyways, thanks for joining, guys. I keep trying to do more of the Twitch streaming so you can see my computer screen. Yeah, have a good one.